touch your life.
That's what today, babe.
No, that's not sweet.
Okay.
You shut up. We're live, Michelle. My hand touched the life.
That's
So
all right.
let's just wait. Ah.
It's not a problem at all. I'm just glad that we're
Oh boy. So we are live again. Actually, my hand just touched the live with the guys. So as you come on in, just say hi to us. We'll say hi to you. Hope you are seeing us clearly.
I'm
Let's
going
make
to
this
test
come out
it.
here a little. Yes, I hope you're seeing us clearly and hearing us loudly. So if you're hearing us, you can just say, yes, you are.
Yes, we're live.
And just say hi to us as you come on the live. And we will say hi to you. Just say hi to us as you come on the live.
Just this.
Yeah, that was a test. Oh my. Sorry guys, I think I pressed screencasting, and so what we saw was that little glitch in our start. So we had to reboot and reschedule for 8:45 actually. And we're now 3 minutes early if you want to call it that. But as you come on in, you can say hi to us. We'll say hi to you. As we wait on it to come on in, the topic is very, very, very intriguing. I hope you guys will,
Chime in.
and feel free to do so. Share your thoughts. We want to just say also welcome to all our new subscribers. We are so happy that we are. Okay, Michael. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mikey, baby.
We are so happy that we are over the 1,000 mark. Confetti's. Woo! And so we are moving forward. For those who are new, as we say, welcome to the Conversations fam. You are no longer, well, I will say that in our
No
official
longer
start. We'll start in our official start. But we want to thank you for coming and being a part of the family. We have been trying to be as we have been trying to be as consistent as we possibly can, but life happens. So we are still putting bits and pieces together so that we can be even more consistent than we have been thus far. All right. So as we said, as you come on the live, you can just say hi to us. We'll say hi to you. There are some other things we're going to look at tonight. For one, the time is hotter, or is it not like normal hot?
Actually, before summer started, it was hotter to me.
It was hotter.
Yeah, because the rain wasn't falling then.
Right.
So it was hotter.
And then, though, we hear of an impending storm.
Yes.
That is a topic, but I know that where were the intake going first? Bahamas,
Barbados, St. Vincent,
across Trinidad.
Yeah, and Trinidad. And Wednesday is supposed to touch down at Jamaica by Wednesday.
It look massive.
And it's a category 4.
Something here too.
Well, I pray that it will change course by Wednesday.
Yeah. When you come to Jamaica, there's always warm. Is it cold or warm water? There's a mixture of hot and cold that comes in Jamaica, in the Jamaica region, and it always show off the storm. So we hope and pray that that is the case. All right, so let's start officially. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another
Conversation with the Lees.
Conversation with Lees. We are warmly welcoming all our new subscribers. You're no longer subscribed, but you are
family.
And so as family, we come and we talk and we share conversations and we share thoughts. All right. And so as you come on the live, as you say, just hit the first rule of the live. You have to hit the like as you come on. All right, just hit the like button, and of course, say hi to us, and we'll say hi to you. Um, just before we get into the topic, um, for those of us who are in Jamaica, although if I have my other phone is not working now, because I'd like to see where it's going.
Mike, you
Um,
wanna
Let me phone Mike, please. Shouldn't you be sleeping? I'll get down to school still.
well, school tomorrow and Tuesday.
Hmm. Right. I wanted to see where and where the storm is heading, and then
The course that is traveling. I'm sure it said today, Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, Saint Vincent. Yeah, and by Wednesday, Saint Vincent,
Lucia.
Lucia. Yeah.
Um,
Oh, so tomorrow it will hit Saint Vincent. Well, I hope it's not so though, because trust me, I think the world can manage that you know. So I
so
think God will
the name
spare
of the hurricane is Beryl.
Beryl.
Beryl,
Beryl.
and I'm just looking at the details, guys. Uh,
Can manage that you know, guys.
it is horizontal.
God will trust no one.
It's massive.
Yeah, and the top position is like
All right, let me see if I can. You guys can see the weather, man. Yeah, it's massive. Mike, no, Mike, you don't have to put on.
thanks, Papa.
It's massive. Um, so it's gonna go to Mighty God, Trinidad, Grenada, Barbados, Saint
But
Lucia,
that's not our
Dominica.
topic tonight, though,
Yeah, it's
guys.
not our topic,
That's
but
not our topic.
oh my, this is massive. This is massive. And whoa. It's the first we see one like this in a long while.
Category 4. Well, I'm asking the Lord to spare us because I don't think the world, especially the Caribbean, we're not ready for this. Right
And the
now.
thing about it, that there are some others that are developing behind it.
That's what he said. The
Mercy.
meteorologist said that too.
All right, so it started off with a bang. This kind of hurricane season or the
First of
first of
June to
June.
the 1st of November.
It started off with a bang. So we pray. We hope
So we pray to
that it
one.
don't do as much damage as potential it can do, especially to all those other smaller islands.
Well, anyway,
And it don't hope it don't develop and come to Jamaica. Oh my, that's not good. Anyway, the topic that's not the topic tonight, but the topic tonight is the human race in danger of becoming extinct? And why do we ask the question? Um, the Bible says that God told Adam and Eve to be fruitful and multiply
yeah.
and to replenish the earth. Um, and we know the replenishment, come between a man and a woman and so forth. But I think recently I heard in the news where the mortality rate is falling. And mortality, of course, it means the rate at which people are being born. It's falling, especially in Jamaica. Well, no,
And
let me not
Canada.
say especially in Jamaica, but in Jamaica, that's the one we heard of the last in our local report. Yeah, man. They were saying that what do you call them? Oh gosh, soon tell you the family planning, the family planning people them they were asking them what is happening, like, because the mortality rate is falling. Is it that the family planning people? I think maybe the family planning people do a very good job. I don't know. Because back in the day, people were just having children, having children, having children. But there is a decline and
Is
and
it
a
that back in
sharp.
the day they have him on intercourse? Hello.
I mean, it would lend to that too, because if you're having more children, the only way you can have children
It's
is
through intercourse.
apart from the being surrogate or whatever.
Through
But
intercourse.
no,
Oh
no,
no, yeah, I get it, I get
right. So yeah, back in the day, I think I don't know. Maybe contraceptives were not as widely known, so they were having a lot more children.
it.
So now that it is as widely spread as it is now, I don't know if that is the cause why they're not having, the mortality rate has fallen. But what do you
I
think?
think this generation is smarter. They're living smarter than back in the day. And they have more
Mikey,
choices.
sorry, babe. Mikey, come back for your phone. Hmm.
I think there's more choices of contraceptives. There's also we're in the age where woman is taking back the power of women, of what would you say, protecting themselves and being more career oriented and more driven to better themselves than to really just stay at home having children or getting married just to have children. Because remember, back then people believe that, especially in a lot of races like the Asian races, they believe that the place of the woman was in the home was to just have children, married, take care of the home and have children.
Hmm.
Versus now you have women that believe, more women that believe that the woman can do just about anything that the man can do. So what are they going to do? They're going to protect themselves.
Hmm.
And they're taking the power wherein now it's the woman who decide whether or not they should have a child. Inter-
In terms of them not getting pregnant or getting pregnant and deciding not to carry the child.
in terms of not getting pregnant and getting pregnant and decide whether or not to carry the child, which I really don't endorse, because I believe that if you're pregnant, yeah, that child was conceived for a reason, and that child should come forth and be born. But why the world nowadays is deciding whether or not if that should be the case. So because of those things, and you have in the third world countries where they are basically supporting that it should be the choice of the woman whether or
No,
not to
not
have
third world, Western world.
Western world,
Hmm.
whether or not to have the child. So with all of those new age things, yes, women are having less children. I find though that in the poor countries, women do still get pregnant a lot. I find that in the poor countries also, the women that get pregnant a lot are the women who most of the time cannot afford it. You understand? But on the wider scale of the working force and all of that, yeah, the woman decide that some they don't want to spoil their figure.
Hmm.
You hear that a lot now. There are a lot of women who cannot keep up with the demands of what having a child bring, because they're more, what I say, educated now about certain things via technology. People even seeing what is happening in some part of the world when people have children, get married and started just having children versus what it takes, and decide that no, them can't deal with that.
But
So for different reasons.
I'm thinking though, if you if you find this person to be your significant other, your wife, your husband, and the both of you are in love with each other, the both of you cherish each other and are, because devoted to each other,
Mhm.
wouldn't wouldn't you wouldn't it be great once there's no reason medically that you can't have a child? Wouldn't it be great to have an offspring that looks like you and looks like her, looks like the man and looks like the woman? I'm thinking that would be great. But apparently, because I was listening to something, again, where a lady was on a live,
Mm-hmm.
and she was, and I think the mode, the discussion was about whether or not um, abortion should be legal right across all states. I think it was a thing about America. And there was one man who was defending that it shouldn't be, abortion shouldn't be. And in terms of made law, because in America women still can have abortion, but just that maybe it's not legal. Um, and a lady was on it and says she has had four pregnancies, and I think if you remember serve right, think even we don't want to tell lie upon her, but I think she had right. I think she brought the children came forth, but she's now deciding that she's not gonna have any more children. And the man was like, having a conversation. So she was saying that, do you know how many things that a woman go through to bring forth a child? And she asked him the question. Mhm.
Yeah, good night, Marlene Mandeswa. Welcome,
Hey,
family.
Marlene.
Marlene said, good night, guys. Welcome, Marlene. Happy to have you.
Good night, Marlene. Happy to have you.
Yes, yes.
So she was saying that, do you know how much a woman goes through to have a child? I mean, and she asked him the question, and let me ask you the question: which part of child rearing or child is the most is the part where that is most dangerous?
The part that is most dangerous in childbearing, I think, is giving birth.
That's what she said.
It's giving birth because both parties can lose their life, or one party can lose.
As in, the child can die, the mother can
Or the
die.
mother can die. And as a woman, and you get pregnant, the worst case is if one party should not,
Make it. Mhm.
because it would defeat the purpose, and that would have been a great loss. So yeah.
But I'm thinking again, because I understand the point that she was making. That listen, a man won't necessarily understand the gravity
Yeah.
of what a woman goes through to bring forth a child into this world. However,
Mm-hmm.
however, I believe that the made up or the composition of the woman's body is so fitted for childbearing.
Yeah, because we were made that way.
Yeah.
It didn't
So
accidentally happen.
Right. So I'm thinking that even though you have women who are saying, and you made a mention of it, that they are protecting their physique and protecting their body. Because one thing they say, when a lady is having a child during childbirth, she can rupture her organs.
Yes.
She can have dislocations
Yeah.
and whatever.
And you can develop like diabetes and those type of diseases because your body is actually giving of all its nutrients
to the fetus. Right.
So that's why a lady that is pregnant, you have to take your iron, your vitamin, and you have to visit the antenatal frequently, because the body is actually going through a series of different things. You are depleting, call it your resources. You're depleting of your resources.
So it has to be
giving it to the child. So you have to intake, and you have to intake the healthy things, the healthy food to replenish you. Replenish. Not for the child now, but for you. Because that child is taking all the good nutrients from your body, whether or not you want it to be so or not. So you, whatever you are taking in now, is for you to replenish and to revitalize and keep you healthy. That's why you find out, say, once you start to give birth to children or to conceive, you find out that now that you can develop a lot of different ailments. And try as you may, sometimes when you take these vitamins according to your genes again, you can also still develop some of these This
But then that is making it even more depressing why they don't want to get pregnant. Because but I'm thinking that your body, if you treat your body right, take care of yourself as you ought to,
yeah,
then you will be healthy to bring for that child, and the child will
yeah,
be healthy, you'll be healthy, and you can also retain your
you're
previous body
yes,
stature if you work at it,
and
because it
that's
won't just overnight happen. Although
happen.
although we were told that when once you have a child and you're breastfeeding, that breastfeeding is not just giving milk to the child, but it also
Nutrient.
reducing your belly, like your
Oh
belly,
yes, the hormone.
right? Like it's
Yes,
a, because the
yeah.
child is still sucking it,
It also helps to
tightens
heal
your body,
you.
right?
The mother that breastfeed heals faster and healthier than the mother that doesn't breastfeed.
Hmm.
It's one. That's why that's why it's good to. I don't understand how some ladies will get pregnant and do not join a clinic or go to antenatal, because it's a must for you
Hmm.
to get your weekly checkups so you know what is happening to your body. Because it's not only healthy people have children. You have people who are high risk, whether by just age. 'Cause by the time you reach, if you're pregnant within the realm of being 36 and
Hmm.
older, you're considered high risk, right? Even if you're healthy, you're considered high risk, meaning that certain things can develop or anything can go wrong because of the age.
Hmm.
So even that within itself, I don't think a lot of persons know.
So then, it is seriously important to recognize that childbearing should start when you're young.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, 25 up. I don't know the exact or the most optimum time, but I'm thinking anywhere between 25 and 30.
And become an adult. For us, we do have an age, but I feel more or less from your 21 is young, yeah, but you're considered fit.
Hmm.
From your 21 and older, you're in your prime to do have children. And it doesn't mean that because you're 21 and a little older, you're in your prime. So, nothing can happen or whatever. You
You
still
still have
have
to
to
take the
give your body,
precaution.
right? And you still have to give your body nutrients. You still
Hmm.
have to take your zinc, your iron, and all of these things to replenish because the child is taking. Having a child is the first, getting pregnant, is the first sacrifice.
Hmm.
So you do give up your body because once you conceive that child, you feel as if you are no longer your own. Meaning that your appetite changes, your size
Because they say
changes.
the baby is very selfish.
Yeah, it's
I
taking.
mean,
That's what it's
but
taking.
I
It's
don't
a
think the
norm.
child can do any other thing.
Yeah, it's a natural thing for it to take
And
off.
to have development.
Yeah, to take off the mom.
All right. Marlene says most ladies who goes to the clinic have something wrong with the baby. Um, the ones who wing it seem to be fine. Every very very strange.
Yeah,
Um,
it's you know what Molly's saying
which
is I
you
don't
mean
know
wing it
if
as
it
in don't go to the
they don't
clinic?
go. You do have people who that don't go to clinic.
Oh,
I don't know how they do it, but you have people. I think in this case, Marlene, you're right, and I think it has to do with the mind. Because the mind is a powerful tool. And I think even the woman that doesn't go to the clinic, I think because that woman know that she's not going to the clinic, they tend to eat. They tend to eat the right things. A
hmm.
lot of times, yeah, they tend to eat the right thing. And even though a lot of them may not go to the clinic, every now and then they may go to some sort of a public health clinic, and they may know somebody who will tell them, "Oh, buy Materna, buy this, buy that." So they do take, if it's even the most affordable antenatal pills, some of
I,
them know it better than even some person.
Marlene, I'm thinking you're talking about your like our parents back in the day, because
Maybe so
I don't
far.
know of this day and age where
People don't go to the.
people don't go.
It might happen, but it happened a lot, yeah, back then.
Yeah,
But we may
because
not think so, but it
because
probably
no man,
happens.
I'd love for her to think that's the reason I say it that way, because I wanted to say to me, say, boy, I should know of somebody who this day and age who actually did not go to no from a antenatal clinic and they're doing well.
It's happening
Because
because some people cannot afford antenatal, and apart from the public health system, antenatal is expensive. And the public health system, a lot of them may show up for
And
just the,
listen, this
the
discussion
maternal.
was supposed to be so discouraging to ladies who encouraging to those who don't want to have children.
Well, at the end of the day, you have a lot of children, a lot of young people out there who really don't want to have children, and they're planning on having children, and not too early either. After they have accomplished that.
Marlene says a lot of women still don't go to the clinic even now.
Yeah, I believe so, because sometimes.
But what would be the reason why? I mean, apart from expense. Because I'm thinking, although to be honest, continue. Although I'm to be honest, I know a lot of times these ladies get pregnant for the man who don't want to be a part of the relationship.
That's one of the men.
And then now she's left alone and she can't afford to go to any register and be into a clinic and whatever. So she tends to just wing it, as Marley said, wing it.
Some of them cannot afford to get the poking, because when you're pregnant too and you go to this clinic, you have to be examined. You have to strip, you have to examine and poke your product. You have some women.
Before you continue, Malika is here.
Welcome, Mal. Welcome, Malika.
Happy to have you, Mal.
Always a pleasure.
Remember to like the video and to share it out to other persons. Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of persons cannot afford the poking and to reveal, because sometimes they're asked questions, and you do have some persons, sad to say, some persons do get pregnant by people that they don't want to include. And some persons are abused and they don't want to share, they find their situation sometimes embarrassing. They don't want to share it and all of these things. So people abstain, because apart from private antenatal, which is expensive, you do have the public health centers, and you have some persons who still refuse to go in because of different reasons. So sometimes they're not treated in the best of ways.
I hope it's a low amount though.
I think it's a low rate. It's because you do have persons who cannot afford private antenatal, but they do go to the public sector. But as Marlene said, you really do still have persons who shy away from going nevertheless.
But all right, so the thing about the ladies who are saying that, boy, they don't want to have any children, and the truth is, the disclaimer is every woman have a right to decide. Yes, that is the disclaimer. But we are looking at this. We are looking at to say, okay, then, is it that they're saying if 50% of we say we're not having, make the next 50 going to have?
Yeah, you have people say they will adapt. So basically, that's what they're saying. You have persons said they will adapt. You have some persons, open society, or I don't know if they're serious. Some young people said they will freeze their eggs.
To do what?
Freeze their egg until when they're ready, they do the insemination thing that you said people do sometimes. The other way of getting pregnant. But people who choose to do that, are maybe who can afford.
But all they do
and I'm not endorsing that either.
But all they're doing is just skipping the intercourse part. It's still going to have the discomfort.
And not only the intercourse, they're skipping the part where they will be fertile. Like without the high risk and all of these things.
Yeah, but if you put it back there at some point, like, fertility is still going to come.
Yeah, but they're thinking of paying somebody else.
Oh, you mean they don't bring themselves, then make somebody bring it for them?
Because they're really stuck on
so them put them egg in somebody.
Right. I'm not endorsing it, but you hear people say it,
No,
I don't know if they're just saying it or what, but I've heard people say it.
But the truth is, if we should look at all the reasons, and persons may tell us as to why they're not having any children. Let's look at some of the reasons what them said. Them said not spoil them body.
Health.
Most of the time, in fact, what I've been hearing, most of the time, of lately, they are just about having the fun.
Yeah. And
there are songs that are there to endorse it, like Lick and Promise or something like that. So them it's all about the fun. It's not necessarily about having.
Lick and Promise,
meaning just do your thing and go through.
So not settling down with anybody.
Not settling down with anybody. It's just for the fun. Sorry, Cole, can't say It's just for the fun. Um, they're not going to spoil them body. Um, what else? What's here? Let me say.
They have to ensure that they have a secure lifestyle. Like they have to
Right,
make the money. They're career driven.
right.
They just want to having a family. It's freed them out so much that they believe that they could not. They don't believe in one day at a time living. They want to make the bag and structure their life. And when they come down to their middle age, then
They might think.
they
Well,
might think
those are
about
the ones. Those are the kind of
career oriented.
career driven ones.
Yeah.
And we will say that. Marlon says, honestly, I think life is hard, and people just can't afford to have babies.
Yeah. And
But
some person say that.
but Marlene, all right. So this is further endorsing the point I'm making. If all of these reasons are broadly accepted,
And mental
and
health too.
right,
They're not prepared for the what it
the
takes.
trauma.
Mm.
If we look at these reasons and they are broadly accepted across the world, in fact, I won't forget that point. The point I was about to make. But in fact, the the mortality rate is has fallen all over the world.
Yeah.
Canada, Asia,
Especially there.
Europe. Well, Canada is a part of Europe, but
Canada.
Europe, the young people there, they're not having no relationship in terms of building a family. All they're about having fun. So what they do is, protect themselves, have wild intercourse as much as they want, but they make sure them use protection enough that they don't
Yeah.
get pregnant. That is what is being said. And to the point where the working population is aging. That's why you have a lot of opportunities being coming up for like places like Canada and even America too, because the working population over these places are aging. Why? Because those who are living in these places are not having children.
Right.
So the working
Fourth.
people the workforce have to come from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Now imagine if this understanding or this thought is promulgated right across the world as a reason why you're not going to have any children. Does it really, in the next 50, 100 years, see the Lord tarries?
Yeah.
Where
Well,
will mankind be?
yeah.
Well,
Welcome, Charles, Fort Lauderdale Garden. Welcome,
welcome,
welcome. He
Charles.
said, hello, everyone. So Marlene said, life is stressful. They're already looking after their siblings and parents. And that's a
Yeah, but
sacrifice.
I understand that.
I understand that. And it's a real
Mighty
situation.
God.
It's a real situation, and people do take that stand that they already depleted their stress because they have to take care of them sibling and them parents. I understand that, but nevertheless, it's a tough place to be because there's nothing like having your own family, your immediate family, because your parents will go one day, your siblings will grow up one day and start their family, and no man shop, you're left alone. But it's a reality of situation. But it's also one of the factors why people decide that they don't want any children. Just the wear and tear of taking care of children, what it costs, education alone, you understand, food and shelter. And then you have the traumatized set who said, all right, the way in which they see men treat their parents, the way in which they see men treat friends,
Or even
and
children treat parents.
not children alone,
Yeah, but
the men
it's not, but it's not, no. The brothers, let me not say no to
you have
you.
a lot of women who are
But
single parents.
but in the
So
sense that what you find is
no, but why you
though,
say no though?
in the sense that you say men, is that just men who treat them parents bad?
We're talking about factors. That's not the topic. We're talking about why some person take the stand, because it's everybody that take the stand, their situations are
Yeah,
different
but
as to why.
I've never heard it that is just all the men alone treat the
I've heard it.
parents.
I heard it even in YT streets and going to different people's channel, and their discussion, and they're talking about
So it's more about how the men treat their parents rather than how
not the
children treat their
parents,
parents.
the way in which a man can get up and go and leave.
No man, no, but wait, you said all the men treat the parents. That's what you said.
No man, well, that's a misquote. The way in which men just get up and leave the
Leave
child
the mother
and
with
the
child.
mother, but the
Okay.
mother cannot run. The mother have to
Okay.
stay and
And that was
try to be mother, try to be father. So you have some persons who said them like they don't have the faith within the men nowadays. You understand?
And I think that is a real solid point to wearing
the jacket, and men are saying no feed them, and you know, similar to the topic we had one day. So you find out that there are different reasons why people, you know, it just don't look glamorous, you know, and the stress behind it and all of that. But nevertheless, the Bible said, "Be fruitful and multiply."
No, well, apart from even so the Bible being said, "Be fruitful and multiply," I believe it's going to be if this remains something that is thought about widely and accepted, the world isn't going to be a problem.
But the way it is though, because God always have a plan. God set a perfect plan in place, and then the enemy create the opposite to destroy it. So even though people may think these are all good reasons and valid reasons, it really have to be so, because the enemy is trying how to defeat the family and how to destroy the family. And if you have luck in be fruitful and multiplying, then the family is destroyed.
And hence the human race
will be no more. So is God implement something in place, and then the enemy try to tear down that. So that's why people have to move with knowledge, especially those who believe in the word of God, whether you're Christian followers of Christ or not. You have to think about your reason of doing things, how it lines up with the word of God.
And some people don't really necessarily line up the word.
Some people don't line up the word. But nevertheless, some of these same person, they read the word to guide them in other parts. Of life. So I would say, be strategic. Know what the will of God is for you before you make these decisions. Because we come from somewhere and someone. So just stop and think. If we should think that, oh, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to have any kids. You're killing your race. You're killing even your bloodline. You understand? So it have to be something that is more thought about than just, you know,
you is it a selfish desire?
It is a selfish decision. It is a selfish decision because you're mankind and you come from a lineage. And if you decide, say, you stop in that lineage because you want to enjoy life, you want to live it up, and you want to live it up in style and stress-free, you're really killing out your own kind.
But then probably somebody who's watching me say, yeah, but not everybody was made to be a parent.
All right. So when it is said everybody was made to be a parent, I can't honestly agree with that, unless health-wise and medically you have to make if it's a life and death situation, you use wisdom. And I know a person where it's a life and death situation, even family member, but they decide, say, Lord, I'm trusting you, and what they need most of all is to have a child. And
so if they don't need one and they don't pray for one, and medically they can't have one, they'll accept that they can't have one.
And move on. And again, we need to bear in mind that not because we were made to be fruitful and multiply. It's a gift. Having a child is a gift. Yeah, we may get pregnant, and we may try to get pregnant. You know how much person trying to get pregnant and can't.
I use some of the responses.
You understand? So it is a gift from God. So not because you think you have a womb, you can say pregnancy. No, it is still given from the Creator. So if He gives you, it's a gift. So He must have set a plan in place for that child or that gift. All right. So Marlene said, Marlene Mondes Clark said, based on Bible, life will continue forever, everlasting until Christ return. A lot of people still have enough babies. Sorry, Marlene went on to say, who can't afford it, having it enough? That's what we're saying in the beginning. That's true, Marlene. Marlene said the government begs because the ones who can afford it not
Not having
having,
any.
and the poor pressuring the system. But you know what I say to that, Marlene? It's
It's
a
a balancing act.
exactly, it's a balancing act. But you know what I say to that? God is the creator of all things. And if who can have it, now have it. I kind of say it's a balancing act. You think him not gonna make mankind still born from whether you're poor or you can just, I think he balances it out. Nevertheless,
Because one
I
of the beautiful, sorry, go ahead.
I know a person's or a person she can more than afford it. And from her younger days of being, she tried and she tried. And it's just another miscarriage of another miscarriage. I know of persons who again can afford it, but they're trying and trying and it's just not happening. So it comes back again that as much as we look at it from the pros of cons of the have and the have not and who can do it and who cannot do it, the law say is from the creator himself. That's why I believe that every child is a blessing. And whether the mother have the money, yes or no,
Well,
I
parents.
the parents, because the truth is, that's why the Bible speak about you should not turn back your neighbor if you know that your neighbor is in need. And so, 'cause God did, I don't think the Creator made us for us to be living the way we are, selfish and wasteful. And I think it was meant for every man to look out for another man,
For his neighbor.
for his neighbor. You understand? So we could be one people, and whatnot. But because mankind have become so possessive and create the whole classism and all of these things, that is why it is the way it is. But it still doesn't stop what is the plan of God for mankind. Fruitful, multiply. But because we have become so segregated now and all of this.
But Manny made a very valid point to say those who that the Bible said that life will continue until Christ returns.
Right.
And if we believe the scriptures that Christ will return, then it's just a matter of when, which none of us knows, only He alone. So then, I guess the question is, or the conclusion is, I guess mankind will not reach a point of extinction because Christ will come before that.
Yeah, and planners we made. Planners we made that we're not going to, and it stopped here. That's what we think.
But the other thing too is it?
But that's not really so.
When you have persons who I have a little issue though. The issue I have is this. For a lady who gets raped.
Welcome, Jay Brown. Yeah, that was in my time.
For a lady who gets raped, probably gang raped, and she found us. I'll do me a meds. This is just too much. What do you mean?
It is real because I remember Faye Hellington.
Right. So she gets gang raped and she finds herself pregnant. And I want to say find herself pregnant because the way things are now, if you, God forbid, get gang raped, you can go to the doctor and make sure, say, okay, you know what, I'm not going to bring a child into a situation like this because I know what took place.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Marlene, YouTube, hold
example, you can either show.
I press show, but it's still not showing. It said this message is held for a review. Okay. So YouTube, hold your last message for a review, Marlene.
You press show?
Yeah, press show. See?
Okay.
Another moderator just handled this. I don't know how.
Okay, maybe.
All right. So Jay Brown, welcome, Jay Brown. Jay Brown said, "Congratulations, family. Blessed night, and blessed night to each and every one in the house. Blessings to you all, lovely people.
Blessings, Jay Brown.
Bless you, Jay Brown."
Right. So and with all things I know, you can go to the doctor and you can, say, you know what, in confidence, I had a situation, and the doctor can flush your system out. But peradventure, that don't happen. She's traumatized. She's not going to the doctor. Find herself pregnant. I mean,
I would still say it's a blessing from the Lord because it's
Yeah, but
whatever happened to that lady, it's wicked, it's gruesome, yeah. But in all the cases where you can conceive, but remember, God is still the person that allows it to happen.
allows what?
The person to get pregnant. I can remember Miss Faye
Well, I know. Well, I have to
Hellington.
be careful. God, God not allow the rape, but the fact that the egg still, the sperm still meets the egg, and it's just saying that's the part we got to allow
Exactly, he allowed.
because
Remember,
we
there's
don't
so
want
much.
sound too cold.
It's not a
No,
matter of cold. That's
no,
why
just say God allow the rape.
I did say to you that it is gruesome and what have you. You understand? But no, this is the thing. God allowed things for his own reason. We don't know what that child is gonna be down the road and how it's gonna help her, who it's gonna help her, how it's gonna help the mom. I remember I had a problem with this also when I was younger. When I heard about Miss Faye Hellington that got raped. She's from Moko in Clarendon, and she got raped. And the man that raped her, she got pregnant. And of course, they wanted her to do away with the pregnancy. And her parents and attempts and her said no, because having a child is a situation where you're going trying to have a child and it don't happen. But what are the odds that this God allow it to happen that she had a son? And she's here many years after being on television and all of these things. She talked again. I don't remember if it was Ian Boyne program when she was interviewed, and she said making the decision to have that child was one of the best decisions she have ever made up to date at the time of the interview, because that is her only child, and she's at a stage in life now where she cannot give birth, and that is the only child she end up having in her entire life, and that child is her everything. You can go and look up for that.
No, I remember the interview.
The interview. For those who are watching, you can go and check out that interview with the late Ian Boyne. And tears came to my eye because I was saying, what kind of oxymoron is this? You were raped by somebody. The man was sent to prison. And she was asked what she wanted to be done. She said, you know what? All in all, at the end of the day, this man I got beat the child father. So just in doing time and then go on.
I really,
You understand? And it's hard to swallow. I know everybody can do that.
Marion says it
You know?
can't. Man, don't do.
But it just
What's
goes
it
about
to
the
me?
plan of God. It comes in many.
Sorry.
God ways, see,
Okay.
may never be
So Marion
our
had
way,
said
but
man do
it's his
vasectomy,
way.
women tie their tube.
Oh, it's showing now?
No, I can see it still.
Oh.
And she says it can't. God coming back for people, not stones. Right. So I
Right.
said men will never be human race should not be extinct.
Exactly.
Hell and heaven is real. Humans will be there, so life cannot never be extinct.
And hence you have the poor having so much
You
children.
know, some people have done this conversation.
No,
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 but I'm talking Marlene.
No, she's
It cannot be
pumping. She's pumping
extinct.
truth.
All
You
right.
know. And hence, Marlene, you even though when the upper class may tapered, you understand their reproduction. That's hence sometimes people say, "Boy, oh, them so poor." She just a pop out one picnic. And I'm guilty because sometimes I make that statement when I see myself, wow, how much children she have? And then most of the time there's no father. And I'm saying, well, at what stage you going to learn, man? But then if you have those who can provide, take a decision, say, nope, none.
It have to come from somewhere.
It have to come from somewhere else.
The balance continues.
Because God is balancing his human race.
All right. Malika says, for God to allow the pregnancy to happen, then it's indeed a blessing.
Yeah. I think so too, man.
And then Marley says, not sure if Christians should seriously ask that question, if life can be extinct. No, man. Well, It's for the topic.
It's for the topic. In us asking, we could have structured it another way.
But she asked you that question.
Oh.
When a woman been raped, she is traumatized for the rest of her life. It's not easy. It's not an easy journey.
It's not
J.
that
Brown
easy.
says.
True, J. Brown, but that's why I respect Miss Faye Hellington.
No, so there are
lot.
So there are
She love her
cases.
son.
There are cases where, although to be honest, most of the stories that we hear of, and we're not changing the topic,
right?
But most of the stories we hear of women being raped and carrying their children or carrying their child, the story ends up being glorious.
Yeah.
I mean, you have Oprah Winfrey, you have others who have been through a similar situation. And, their stories are not one of tragedy and, yes, trauma to an extent, but the end of it was more like, whoa, the way this turned out, I never saw it.
Right.
And it has been a blessing. And, and a lot of them still say, boy, I thank God.
And it's unconditional love.
Right.
To carry those children.
I thank God that I didn't, do away with this child as others were saying, I should. And so it then kind of fits in, Marlene, to say that then, okay, those who refuse to, there has to be a channel through which more humans have to come in and think, because at the same time, the point I was making also is this: if the human race becomes smaller and smaller, then what will happen is that we have to find something to substitute for the workforce, and then the workforce will become machines. And then now, when the workforce become machines, then the human being will now be saying, machine take over the job.
Exactly.
And in order for you to stay and live on earth, you have to have money. You have to have work. So I think it behoves us to continue. I mean, for those who don't want to have children, so it is still their choice. But I believe that God is allowing a balancing act to take place. So henceforth, Marlene, you are correct. It will never be extinct.
If anybody have a plan up in high places to extinct the human race,
You'd have to be Satan.
And at the end of the day, with you having a black race, I don't see how that is possible.
Yeah, because
if we don't put there for the oil.
Come to think of it.
On a lighter note, if we don't put there for the oils, it's to what?
But hold up. I think, guys, answer us. Which race produces the most children? I don't think it's black race.
Which race do you think it is?
The Asians.
The Asians?
And the Indians. In fact.
Oh yeah, because
Indians are
honestly,
you can't call them black too. No.
I really think it's a black race because
I don't think it's a black race.
But even though the Asians, especially back in the day, and they still do believe that the woman place is to bear children. So you have a point.
But that does change somewhat though.
Yeah, but even though they believe that, if you should really take a survey, you'd have to say the black race, and especially in the poorer class of society.
I mean, because of
you will find one bedroom house have 6 children.
Let me see what Malika says. Yeah.
1 bedroom, 6 children. And it's similar to the Asian in a sense, because when I watch the Filipino movie, it really roll like black people still, we have a lot in common.
So Malika is saying, in answering the question, just say black.
Yeah,
as in the black race.
The black race, man. We're big on family.
I don't think the black race produces more children as the Asians. That's my
I think them tie, if anything, them tie. But I think the black have an upper hand.
Marlene says Miss Faye probably used
the Africans have an upper hand.
Maturity and reality to make her decision. Not sure if she had a partner and this was her only way of seriously having a baby.
Who knows?
Who knows? Just saying.
Miss Faye?
Fairlington. Because
She was young, you know. When it happened to her, she was young. She weren't married, she weren't engaged. It happened to her when she was a young person and single.
so I don't know if her having a partner after that still. Like
Yeah, man, I think
growing
Faye
up,
Hallington,
she
after
wasn't
all of that, she was married.
no,
Faye Hallington never married?
nope.
You need to watch the interview again. But anyway,
No.
that's the only child.
She never had that. She never got married after that. As far as me recall.
I don't remember the whole of the interview, but years ago I watched it before Ian Boyne died. May his soul rest in peace. And that touched me. It touched me. Come here, I said, wow, we go through so much. And then she's a pretty lady again.
And apart from pretty, she's resilient, like
and strong.
Yeah.
Mighty God.
Yeah.
She's a warrior, man.
But I think, I'm probably if you go and Google it, I think
You guys can Google it.
the Asians bring forth more children than the blacks.
I don't think
I
so,
think
but
because
I
of
see your point, though,
because
because
the numbers them show.
they strongly believe that you should be fruitful and multiply. And also in the poor, in the Filipino, in the poorer communities, you have one house with a 2-bedroom and a 10-person, and you have 8 or 6 children. You understand? And their tiki is just like how we as Africans go on with the thing.
All right. So here, what Marlene says. Oh, you read this. I could because it's like a girl talk. Oh, she writes like a girl talk. Read it.
All right. So Marlene said, "Oh, girl."
You get the point.
I get the point. Oh, girl, when you go overseas, the Latinos have them enough. Listen.
So
I don't disbelieve.
So the Latinos.
So there's a lot of
children.
You know, I said to Cornell the other day, this is white tea. But anyway, I said to Cornell the other day that, when I look back on the different race, apart from one race, all the other race seem to have a lot in common apart from one race. And I don't understand racism is looking at the culture, is looking at how we live and the food and the dance and the spirit and what get us to move and them something there. May I say, just color of the skin differentiate us because we are so similar.
The truth
is, the Latinos,
the truth is,
Asian,
Caucasian people can't speak to a lot of historical trauma. It's more like the other races.
Italianos.
No, Italians are white.
No, I'm not talking about color. I'm talking about the spirit, the passion. In spite of how different the culture is, we have so much in common.
You mean in terms of roots and culture?
Yeah, we remember the conversation. And it's just,
So Marlene is confirming
one race alone was seen to be.
Marlene said, I don't know.
Stand out different from everybody.
I don't know of her having anyone still.
I don't know of her having a man. No, but I think she did marry. I'm not sure. I
don't remember. I don't remember her, but that she ever had anybody.
Yeah,
as a partner.
But she's a resilient woman, and I'm happy for her, sharing her life story, because a lot of persons sometimes go through stuff that she have been through and they have hide it, and they were forced to maybe get rid of the fetus and all of those things. So hats off to her, because it takes real unconditional love to go through and to carry that, that child full term, and to love it unconditionally. So I respect her for that. I respect her for the decision she made, and she made sure that that child turned out to be a superstar like herself. So I mean, honestly, I don't believe in people getting pregnant, and that's just my opinion. Once you get pregnant, I think it's a blessing. So I don't believe you should get pregnant and then it should be such an easy decision for you to just, get rid of it. Because I'm choosing my words carefully and wisely, and to get rid of it. I think it's a gift from God, and you should really think and think seriously as to the decision you're going to make about that unborn child. Don't just take it lightly and say, no, no, no. Mm-mm.
All right, so
You don't want it. Don't do that.
I looked at which is the largest race in the world.
Mm-hmm.
As of January 2024, there were about 5 billion global internet users, consisting of 66% of the world population. The Han Chinese are the world's largest single ethnic
Oh, the
group,
Asian. Oh,
constituting over 19% of the global population. That's in 2020, 2011.
and then no sleep.
Um,
Just a dugu dugu.
um,
Well, the Bible said the fruitful and multiply, eh?
I'm talking
To who?
America.
Yeah. Who can do it? Do it.
So, let me see. Let me see if we can find some other
According to the will
stats.
of God.
Da da da. Earth has a human population of over 8 billion as of 2024, with an overall population density of 50 people per kilometer square. Nearly 60% of the world's population lives in Asia,
Ooh.
with almost 2.8 billion in the countries of India and China combined.
So you're right, and the Asian, them you up the man with it.
The percentage shares of China, India, and the rest of South Asia of the world population have remained at similar levels for the last few thousand years of recorded history. The world's literacy rate has increased dramatically in the last 40 years from 66.7 in 1979 to 86.3 today.
Wow.
So human literacy has risen significantly, but the population is the population amount is mainly between India,
Asians.
India and Asia.
Wow.
So there you have it. It's just that true we live in the
You're right,
Western world.
Marvin.
True we live in the Western world, we see a lot of blacks having
Transition.
children in terms of in the society where you live in.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like the black people in us have children, but really and truly, we are having children, but not at the rate where some others are having it. Fresh Links TV is
Big up
here.
yourself, Fresh Links.
Blessings, man.
Welcome.
Blessings.
Welcome.
Blessings.
And remember to thumbs up the video, guys. Leave a like as you come in and before you leave.
So we can conclude of a fact. There will never be an extinction of the human race. We believe the scriptures that the Lord will return, and when He returns, then He will do what He has to do, as them says, separate the sheep from the goat, and whatever the case is. And even at this point, we honestly believe that for those who choose not to have children is their prerogative.
Yeah.
But having a child, in being born into this world, as I tell people, it is a miracle.
Yeah, it's a blessing.
I know it's a traumatic, possibly a very traumatic situation for that child. And as somebody was saying, we got into the world through us with a lot of hostility, meaning when for the sperm to be in the egg is a hostile situation.
Excuse me, boys, I'm coming, watch it.
Right? And that sperm who gets into the egg to get it fertilized is 1 out of 100 million.
That's what I like to watch. Look who's talking.
Right? When that egg gets into that sperm gets into the egg, and then the two of them meet and the development starts. I hear that it's literally electricity.
Yeah.
that is moving in that woman's womb.
Yeah.
So when you feel a shock of pain, it's
Oh,
actually
so them look cramps.
is actually
When they're
electrons.
overlaid and them things. You hear
And
that,
you
ladies?
feel it. You understand me? And the whole development to know that in that sperm has the potential of bone marrow, have this,
Yeah,
have that,
oh
have
my
this,
God,
have
it's
that.
awesome.
Because the egg, the egg is just going to create the condition for that sperm to develop into
To have
all
its
that it's
way.
supposed to be.
Eh.
And when that sperm is develops and it become and hands and feet and brain
And
and
start to kick.
start come
Start
out and they know that as that happens, they see the lady belly starts to increase
Yeah, oh my
because
God,
capacity
it's
is growing.
scary.
Capacity has to be built for that child to
That's
stretch and
scary
to feel
movie.
what it has to feel. And
Enjoy.
and when that child now is fully developed and has to come through the womb and the placenta that covers it and they have to burst through and come out into this world. And when that child actually arrives, like I don't know, I don't know if I'm wrong, but me feel like say with this, our spirits are somewhere.
Waiting in line.
I would just say next, I will come through. I would just find myself in that sperm form,
and then
now we will come out.
The egg and the sperm, which one?
So the woman's womb, her body,
awesome, God,
is a vehicle through which we come and have an earthly experience. Whoa. Whoa.
That's why I don't want to forget better treatment from
That's why women should get treated. I mean, women should be so prized.
After all of that, you have some man that run and leave the children and pan the lady. After all of that,
yo, when I think of it, it is a miracle.
After all of that, you have some woman still alone of to bear it. No?
Yeah, that shouldn't be. That shouldn't be.
That shouldn't some man I will get some lashing enough from the law.
But so then, would you then say to those who don't want to have any, lower them?
I would say it's between them and God, you know.
as in, we should not be trying to let them feel bad or try to persuade them to have.
No, I've never tried to make anybody feel bad.
No, I'm talking generally like people who are for it should not let those who don't want to be a part.
But if it's a misconception wherein some persons are deciding not to have because...
Get all the facts before they decide not to have.
I would share my beautiful testimony.
Yeah.
And my beautiful loving experience of having two.
You want one more?
No, well, the age gone.
No more, we can.
Be careful when you talk the word is life. Listen, me not even play with that one day. Because after two miscarriages,
Oh, Jesus.
Me not even gonna play with that. Lord.
It sounds like if you could, you would, though.
I don't even want to think about it.
No, me ask you, no.
It's not possible.
Me no, but me I say if you could, you would.
I mean, if I was in my prime, and I could, but Lord, I don't even want to try.
No, we past them age, man. Leave them to Malika and.
I don't want to dream because
we are
my
Marlene.
mind is powerful and creative.
We are Marlene. So, we and Marlene past them. So leave this to Malika.
Leave it to Malika
and those
Simone,
who coming on and Owens, the Owens.
Janelle and Marlene.
Oh, Janelle and
Rochelle. I'm sorry, Janelle.
Sorry, Janelle.
Rochelle.
Yeah, leave it.
And the
Bretts.
the Bretts, Redman.
Yeah, leave it to them people.
I'll leave it to you, Redman.
But Malika and can carry on.
And Malika.
But I was just saying.
But it's a beautiful. Just honestly, guys, when I found out that the last time I wasn't so, I don't like to talk about it because it's a miscarriage, but anyhow.
Malika said, oh no, guys, I am good.
Alright, so Malika good. So Lord, Malika good.
Malika said she good.
So we leave it to the Owen, Rochelle.
Yeah, the Owens,
we leave it to
the
Bretts, Renee, Brett,
and I think
I'm not troubling Tanisha. I'm not troubling.
No.
Tanisha said no, sister.
Tanisha too, because I know
I'm
I
not
know my
troubling
brother.
Tanisha Graham unless
No,
you say
my brother
so.
says one more. So that I'm going to stand with you, Ryan. I'm standing with Ryan.
But to all the younger folks, to all the younger married folks, I leave it to you. But being pregnant is a beautiful thing.
Malika said, don't put your mouth for that.
No, you know, me they put it on Michael Frit. And I said, Michael, when Michael,
God.
Lance was teasing me, and I said, "What, Michelle? What?" Me said, "No, I leave it to you, Michael."
I'm
So
Braps.
I'm Braps. So, Lord, help me not to put my mouth where your will is not.
That man is not even a virgin bird.
You see it, Marley. Okay, I'm married. Me can't bala here say after 3 weeks. No.
But I
And take the
mean,
disappointment no more.
to be
Too is
honest
good.
with you though, when and this is our truth. When we heard that we were pregnant the
What
last
should have
time,
been the corona, baby?
yeah, no corona, that baby
In the
who were
time
born
of
in the time of
corona.
corona. I didn't like that phrase in it. Honestly, initially I was like, God, I can't. I can't manage this in a lot because I don't know, you're a father, God, but I mean, we can't manage this because you want to take, whatever. So anyway, Michelle was like,
I don't want to talk about this again.
Michelle was like,
Oh my God.
she's up for it, because whatever. I said, all right then.
Why?
And eventually, I got warmed into it. Like, yeah. Then Jordan was like, yeah. And she was like, okay. And she got to tell Mikey, oh, Mikey, you're gonna have a baby brother, sister.
It's a
And she was warm into it. And I mean, I started to do all the do. And then Veer, pom. It never happened.
It never happened.
It happened, but it wasn't in the right place.
Yeah, that was it. So you can't really.
So in real life, I mean, I was looking forward to a third.
It's sad, yeah.
But the will of the Lord be done and was done, and
like the doctor man
God knows
would
all
not have
things.
been possible.
Yeah, it wouldn't be possible. There would be no development based on where the child started.
Anyway, Lord, you give your strongest tools as the toughest battle, but the good now still. I love you, but the good now.
Malika said, LOL, Corona baby. Yes, that's what. Even her
4 years.
Even her sister overseas and her father's like, they're gonna have Corona baby. Oh boy, but so that child would have been 4 or 3 going on 4.
Yeah, it would have been 4 November.
It would have happened giving birth in
the November.
Okay. Anyway, we're gonna. It was fun, and
I was having fun until you bring that.
No, but I mean, I just dragged back my memory. I mean, I say,
So you go. But anyway, my mind not know where there, so me waiting on menopause. I waiting on you. Yeah.
It's not a good feeling here when you reach it. It takes you out.
My one will be good because I'm drinking up my merengue and my sea moss like trouble. Me fit up the body to take it. That's all right.
Yeah, I mean.
To pure, all things are pure.
Yeah, but now if you're prepared to take it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so for everyone who would pause catch you, Michelle, you are going to go. She said you want to go. Me say it rough. But I mean, not all ladies say it rough.
Malka said, when pause catch you, you are want to see go.
So, instead of wanting pause, you want to go.
Lord, let me go, cause I'm passing on the. But make sure I drink up the right stuff, cause.
But as we say, still, to each his own. But I believe
but it's a beautiful thing.
Before. I know what's ironic. A lot of ladies who say they don't want to have a children, when they do have one, it is like the testimony change.
Yeah.
Like this was the best thing that has ever happened to me.
I was scared.
A lot of men who don't want, who eventually find somebody and a child is brought into the world, the most of the time
Change
is
them.
the child transforms their thinking and
Yeah.
their outlook on life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If a child cannot change a man from being deadbeat under
It cannot be
Jesus
done.
and under
Well,
Jesus.
only Christ can. Marlene, video,
Mhm.
she's writing to you.
Molly friend of the girl.
No, I'm not afraid. Oh, come on,
Marlene said, Michelle, yeah, you're going to get the sea moss. But oh, Michelle, where you get this? Oh, yeah, Marlene.
Here, different topic now. Go ahead, see.
I was trying to get it from somebody who visit the sea, the literal, but it was taking too long and I couldn't find no such person. So I bought it in the supermarket. Same place in a General Foods.
However,
Yeah,
my mom was able to find somebody who was able to give it to
from
her.
the sea.
Yeah, and
Wow.
the lady what is it? She prepared it right down to its tender stage.
Oh,
So it
but
became a jelly. It was in
oh,
its jelly form.
okay.
And we hear that
To get it ready down.
right,
No, but
as in done.
I understand
Yeah,
in
we're
the
ready
gel
to use,
form.
right?
But however, Molly, I got mine in General Foods, the dry one. So you can buy the dry one and you can look on YouTube to see how best you want it for yourself. So that's what I did. I wash it, soak
We should
it.
have boiled it.
But I didn't boil mine. I used the method twice. To them that say some people that say, when you don't boil it, you get the rub and properties. Hence the boiling kind of take a little. So I use a video that I saw on YouTube where I just wash it, get rid of the impurities, soak it, and then I blend it. But I would say, you see that look sauce you're gonna buy in the supermarket, I would say don't use all of it one time because I use it and I have to when I soak it, it swell into so much. I have to bust it between Colonel and I. So he made his Irish moss and I made my sea moss gel.
And the Irish washman make punch.
Right. So the Irish
Yeah, but
moss.
video will do that.
Yeah, we have the video still. How I did mine, I blend mine with mango. So with the mango and then I get that flavor, it becomes gel and I bottle it, keep it in the fridge. Each morning now, I take 2 spoonfuls of that gel and just blend it up with some whether mango or fruits, like make smoothie and then have it. So when you blend it out in your what you think name it? The bullet, you do it in the bullet to make that smoothie. You don't with a flavored fruit that you want or different type of berries, depend what you want. You don't taste that sea moss at all. It's just healthy and good for the body. So that's basically what I do. And it serves you longer. But it's good though. It really is
The
good.
only thing I'll do different. I would have boiled mine and then it have been out more.
More smooth.
Yeah, it wouldn't have any
But
thing.
so I
Although
want mine to be gel.
no, that's why it come out to the gel.
Mm.
That's what that's what mommy get. But that is the healthy bit of it. Because I think overall, when the older we get, we have to make sure we're putting in
Right, and the moringa.
the extra.
Moringa, so
I hear that's a very powerful
it's good.
thing.
What you do with the moringa, you get the leaf. 'Cause everywhere in Kingston, I turn now, I see the tree.
It was always there. We just never
Yeah,
paid
we
no
just
mind
never
to
know
know.
the knowledge of it. So what I do, I get the leaves and I put them like you can wash them while they're green, and then put them somewhere to be air dry. Put there somewhere in your kitchen where the sun is coming in and let it air dry. When the leaves get dry now, I just take those leaves and blend it out in the blender. Add no water, nothing. Just blend it out, blend it out. And after that to powder. After that, I use a sieve and sieve it and the little stalks that I don't need and keep the refined leaf and put it into a jar. And then whether it's in the evening or in the morning, I make a cup of tea using maybe 2 teaspoons or a tablespoon.
You talk like a pharmacist.
Well, I learn from the internet and I do it for myself. And enjoy it. You can boil the water, boil the water, and then just like how you don't make a cup of coffee tea, draw it. So you put in the powder moringa in it, mix it out. You can add honey if you want, or you can add a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of sugar. For me, I get to love it so much that I don't use any sugar. I just want.
I don't think Molly not gonna put the sugar in it.
Yeah, I don't put any sugar. And then you just drink it. And that cup of moringa tea, it is what them say 10 times the vitamin C of banana, carrot, and them name them good on the line. And the other things that are good for your eyesight, they said it fight bad like
the
cancer
vitamin
cells.
C come from oranges and
Yeah,
other
and
citrus
it's
fruit.
that cup of tea is times two, 10 times 2 oranges, and
Whatever.
so you can do your own little thing as you type it in. What is it good for? Endless, and it really helped me not to be sick at all. The meringue, even Mikey,
it has some real good properties.
I throw it on Mikey, and it's good for body fat, and it's good, man. It keep you strong.
Anyway, guys, we want to thank you for coming on. Thank you for your joining the conversation. If you're watching post, remember to drop a like on the video, share your comments, share your thoughts on the topic. We look forward to them, and we read your comments. We respond to your comments, every single one of them.
Yeah.
Sometimes we go back over and make sure we check and see, if there are any new comments in the comment section, and respond to them. Look at, of course, some more videos. Although J4 has a little issue, but we're working to see if we can resolve that, because she has a lot of content to put out too. Look forward to that. And of course, look forward to content that from here, you are in Jamaica. And the best is yet to come.
Yeah.
There are a lot more things in store. I know those of our YouTube family, mentors would tell us, though, the work begins. Seeing that we are now at 1,000 subscribers, the work now begins. So we're gonna have to, we're putting our shoulders to the wheel and putting on content. So look out for that. All right. So until next live, until next upload, we're saying life is worth living. I mean, now stop saying life is worth living through Christ, and
have a bit of fun at the same time.
Have some fun at the same time.
Love you guys.
Because it's
Thanks,
worth living.
Marlene and Jay Brown and First Link, everybody that came.
And there was a lifestyle. There you go.
Oh, Charles.
Yes.
Thanks, Charles.
Yes.
And everyone that came in, whether you stayed or you didn't say anything, respect and thank you for the support.
All right. So until next time, guys. Blessings. Malika, good night. All of us on the live, good night. Take good care of yourselves.
Jay Brown, everybody.